Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Friday, August 1st, 2025 episode of SmackDown. Yes, I know, a lot has happened since the last episode. Why is it August and not February? I'm outside of the save, just in the episodes, I was doing too much. I was going to try and start an NXT UK, and I was doing that third brand with Vince, and I mean, it was just too much. Not a lot of good booking. I mean, the booking was fine. I was having fun with the stories, but I want to get more caught up to modern day. So I'm using R-Truth or Ron Killings as an excuse to kind of change this to the modern August database, and we're just going to be booking from August on forward. And you can consider this kind of a reset to the universe. So I'm going to keep this is basically season 2 episode 1, kind of. It's kind of a series reset, but I'm going to try and do some feuds and some matches that I was doing, but basically I just wanted to book modern day, and I was stuck back in February and I wasn't motivated to do anything. But yeah, we're going to open the show here explaining it all. R-Truth, or Ron Killings, he opens the show tonight explaining, back in mid-February, he found a portal. And he decided to just go through it. And that everybody in the audience, all of the superstars backstage, it's like Thanos snapped his fingers and suddenly it's July 31st or August 1st now. And anything that happened from February until now, they don't remember at all. So this is him coming out to explain to this universe basically what happened. This portal transferred him here, and on the way, he saw everything that happened from then until now, that all of you missed. He saw the truth. So John Cena comes out, he's confused, why am I champion? I thought Kevin Owens was champion. And R-Truth comes out to say, John Cena, you turned heel. You were a bad guy. You turned your back on all of the WWE fans. On me. I got cut. I came back. I cut my hair. I'm Ron Killings now. Yes, I will be doing Ron Killings. I'm not putting them back to R-Truth like the real WWE did. I wanna do this kind of more real Ron Killings character and see where I can take it. And he tells John, you're facing Cody at SummerSlam. Cody's a good guy. And John's confused. He's a good guy now. This is my way of explaining John Cena becoming a good guy again as well. Instead of just like the real WWE where, oh, he's a good guy again. He's seen the light. No, I'm just gonna have he's gonna have amnesia. Anyways, John Cena's a good guy now, again, and he's gonna face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. He also explains that Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez are teaming. Liv Morgan got hurt, and Roxanne Perez joined the Judgment Day, has been getting close to Dominic Mysterio. And they're tag champs now. And that they are facing Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, who are also a new tag team. They'll be facing them at SummerSlam. He also explains how Seth Rollins, he fought Roman Reigns and CM Punk at WrestleMania with Paul Heyman cornering CM Punk, and how Paul Heyman betrayed CM Punk and betrayed Roman Reigns, siding with Seth to form division. And he brought in Bronson Reed, he brought in Braun Breaker, and at SummerSlam, they're facing Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. But CM Punk, it's not all for him either. He will be facing Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Basically, I'm running the real SummerSlam card, like how it was in real life, with a few tweaks. Ron Killings explains that Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul are teaming up to face Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. but Jelly Roll is not in this database, so will not be in the match, and we'll explain that later. So Ron says, Randy might have to be a handicap match. He says, Tiffany Stratton, to nobody's surprise, still the women's champion. She'll be facing Jade Cargill at SummerSlam. Says that Karrion Kross has been trying to get into Sami Zayn's head, and Sami has not faltered yet, but they're facing off at SummerSlam. And if Karrion Kross wins that match, Sami Zayn has to leave Raw and go over to SmackDown. And if Sami Zayn wins that match, Karrion Kross, it's a loser leaves Raw match. I'm making that stipulation. I'm not cutting Karrion Kross like the real WWE did. And then he talks about how Rusev is back and how he's feuding with Sheamus, and how Seth Rollins is nowhere to be found. He's been injured ever since he fought LA Knight on a SmackDown episode. Seth Rollins has been injured. He tells the world that Dominic Mysterio is the Intercontinental Champion. He won it at WrestleMania. But he's been faking an injury. He's been hiding from AJ Styles. And now AJ finally gets his shot at SummerSlam. He talks about how the tag team division has been taken over by the Wyatt Six, and everyone's terrified of the Wyatt Six, and how there will be a TLC match at SummerSlam. He tells the WWE Universe about how Jacob Fatu turned his back on Solo Sikoa, and he won the U.S. title, but Solo took it from him, and they will be having a match at SummerSlam. He talked about Lyra and Becky and the Women's Intercontinental Championship feud, and how Lyra's facing Becky at SummerSlam, and if Lyra doesn't win, she can't challenge for it as long as Becky's still champion. He talks about Naomi cashing in on Rhea versus Io at Evolution, and how that will be a triple threat at SummerSlam. And then he talks about how Julia has won the women's U.S. title, and how Zelina Vega will be facing her at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes comes out. He's all confused. He's saying, I can't believe I'm facing John Cena again. Well, I guess he didn't face him at WrestleMania in this timeline. He think this is Cody Rhodes' first match against John Cena. Anyways, a lot of explaining, a lot of backstory. It's a new start for the save, and I wanted to catch up more to modern day and get the new database, the new picture pack, and it should be fun, hopefully. Let's get into the actual show. And now, really getting into the show finally, we're having Sami Zayn face off against Santos Escobar. For no reason really, except Karrion Kross is at ringside, trying to get Sami Zayn, punch him. Use the brass knuckles, Sami. But Sami still fighting off Karrion Kross, trying to get into his head. Sami Zayn pins Santos Escobar in 12 minutes with a Huluva kick. And this match gets a 69. Very happy with that. 72 for Sami, 52 for Santos Escobar. And yeah, Karrion Kross at ringside. Any penalties here? Not really. Awesome. Next up, MFT ambushes Jacob Fatu backstage. Solo, Tama Tonga, and Tala all ambushing Jacob Fatu with JC Mateo there, looking intimidating. 54 for this. It's fine. Any penalties? No? Alright, the crowd is still hot, which is good. Next up, we have Lyra Valkyria and Zelina Vega versus Julia and Becky Lynch. A 36 for Zelina, 43 for Lyra, 73 for Becky, 62 for Julia. Wow. Becky and Julia win after Becky submits Zelina Vega with a disarm her after blatantly cheating. And this match gets a 66, which I'm happy with. Actually pretty happy with that. Any penalties? Nope. No storyline penalties, which is good. They were penalized for trying to go all out. Okay, interesting. Alright, I think I made this a wild brawl match, which was good for Becky, good for Julia, but it's good to know that Lyra and Zelina are not great at the wild brawl matches. Next up, Nick Aldis introduces SmackDown Women's Tag Team Championships, the WWE Divas Tag Team Championships, and tells both Raquel and Roxanne, as well as the Allies of Convenience, that these are the titles that will be contested for at SummerSlam. So Roxanne and Raquel not putting their titles on the line, but instead they could become double champions, double tag team champions, being the Raw and SmackDown Women's champions at SummerSlam. 63 for that segment. The crowd is white hot. Nick Aldis does good, which is good. And then right after that, Roxanne versus Alexa Bliss gets a 54. Okay, they don't really click. That's good to know. 48 for both of them, actually, but oh well. I guess they didn't have good chemistry, and that's what the penalties are for. Oh well. 54 isn't the end of the world. After that, Ron Killings informs DIY and MC, or Motor City Machine Guns, about their TLC match, and they'll be putting the Wyatt Six tag team titles up above the ring. 59 for that segment. He's the flavor of the month. Ron is awesome. And then after that, Drew and Logan, they both notice, Jelly Rolls disappeared. They tell Randy, it'll be a handicap match at SummerSlam. But LA Knight steps up, says he'll take Jelly Roll's place. He'll teach Drew and Logan a lesson. 88 and a 77 for both those parts. 76 for this segment. Awesome. Actually very happy with that. A lot of good improvising. Yeah, very, very happy with this segment. After that, Nick Aldis informs both Andrade and Rey Fenix, and then the Street Profits, that only one of their teams will be in the TLC match. You can only have 4 teams at SummerSlam. And so they will face off next, with the winning team getting in the match, and the losing team not being in the match. 67 for this segment. Happy with that. And that match has Andrade and Rey Fenix beating the Street Profits in 13 minutes, when Andrade pins Montez Ford with a Brillante driver. And I told them to steal the show. They definitely did that. A 71 for this match, which I'm very, very happy with that. And yeah, I made BFAB Street Profits manager again, but I forgot that they're heels, not face. Oh well. 65 for Montez, 56 for Angelo Dawkins, 66 for both Fenix and Andrade, which is awesome. A 71, very good for that. And the manager, if I didn't make BFAB, their manager might have gotten a 72 or 73, who knows. After that, Rusev and Dom see Sheamus and AJ Styles backstage, and they attack them together for a 69, just basically making sure that all of the storylines are activated before SummerSlam. Naomi, Io, Rhea, Jade, Tiffany, they're all arguing about who the top woman will be after SummerSlam. Naomi telling them to proceed with caution. Tiffany Stratton saying how, she's still the champion after all this time. All the time that she has no idea happened. 74 for that segment. Very, very happy with that. And then Jey Uso defeats Braun Breaker by disqualification after Bronson Reed comes in and attacks Jey Uso. I made this my storytelling match. 68 for Jey, 63 for Braun. This match also gets a 71, which I'm very, very happy with. And yeah, not very major penalties. Very happy with this main event. And then to end the show, CM Punk cuts a promo talking about how he's the best in the world, and nothing will stop him from beating Gunther and becoming the world heavyweight champion for an 83, which 92 and 89. Why are we getting an 83 then? Poor commentary, low heat. So just low heat and poor commentary. Interesting. I guess. And that show gives us a 75, so no popularity changes, which is good. We're not losing any pop. And yeah, this is just an explanation show, kind of explaining what's happening, kind of bringing the save up to real life SummerSlam. And we're starting over from where SummerSlam was, but with no third brand, with no NXT UK, which I didn't even start in the save yet, but I'm not going to be doing that. I brought in a bunch of wrestlers that were not as good as their ratings might have suggested. I had Fog of War on, so a lot of people that I just didn't really care about booking. So that third brand, I'm going to be signing the people that I really liked from that brand and bringing them into Raw and SmackDown. So hopefully that makes the episodes better, and we're not just every third episode is a third brand that does, like ECW brand, that doesn't really matter. I didn't care about the brand like I thought I would. I had plans for a draft after WrestleMania to really shake things up, but I decided, 2 brands is better than 3, and I'm sticking with 2 brands. And we're not doing NXT UK. However, we do have Evolve, which is basically what NXT UK was going to be. So it's just going to be like these are the guys that don't have enough in-ring psychology and just giving them matches. And I actually do have to book Evolve next, but maybe that'll be the next episode. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Apologies if there are any confusions. If you wanted to see where the other save went, I might still play that on my own time and see if I can make the third brand work. And I'll maybe give some updates periodically. But this is kind of a state of the save episode. Maybe I'll title it as such, but I hope you guys enjoyed. We got SummerSlam actually next. So it'll be the real life SummerSlam card, except obviously the women's tag titles will be a little bit different. LA Knight replacing Jelly Roll. A new stipulation for Karrion versus Sami Zayn. And the TLC match won't have the Street Profits in it, unfortunately. We've got everything else. Oh, also Zelina Vega versus Julia, which was on this show in real life. I decided to just put it on SummerSlam because why not? Let's give them a match at SummerSlam. As for the results, the SummerSlam results will not all be exactly how they were in real life. So I don't feel like just skip it because you already watched real SummerSlam. Nope, some things will be a little bit different, hopefully. But yeah, leave some feedback in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to see. Some feuds, some signings. I'll see you guys at SummerSlam. Or, I guess, Evolve. Evolve will be the next episode, and then SummerSlam. Goodbye.